Like. This is such a common word in English, but do you know how it's used in colloquial English? And do you know what it means in teenage slang? Today we're very lucky to have some help. Super Agent Awesome is here.
Thank you, Vicky.
I'm Jay, and I'm American.
And I'm Vicky, and I'm British.
The word like has several meanings in English.
It can be a verb. For example, I like you.
I like you too.
And it can also be a preposition.
So we could say, what's it like? Or, it looks like.
I'll put a link here to other videos we've made about that.
But today we're looking at some colloquial uses of like. In other words, how we use it when we're speaking informally.
And in slang. It's a word that young people use a lot.
Luckily, we have Super Agent Awesome to help us.
Let's see an example. Is there anything you complain about doing?
I will be like, Mom, I want to play Fortnite again. Please, please, please.
So you complain about not playing Fortnite?
Yeah, I feel like everyone should play Fortnite.
Did you catch it?
He said, I feel like everyone should play Fortnite.
Well, he loves that game, but he also said this.
So he used like to report what he'll say to his mom.
This use of like is particularly common with young people. We call this the quotative like because it's about quoting what people say and also what they're thinking. So it has a more general meaning than just say. It can mean think too, because you can use it to describe inner feelings and thoughts.
Notice we always use the verb be here. You can change the tense so you can use the future. I'll be like, or the past. I was like, but we always use the verb be. Is this use of like just an American thing?
No, though they think it started in California in the 1980s, but it's used by English speakers all over the world these days.
Some people complain that young people use the word like too much. They think it's sloppy English.
Sloppy. Sloppy means without care or effort.
But do you think it's sloppy and lazy?
No, I think it's very interesting because languages change over time. And if you look carefully, you find like has new and useful functions in English. It can signal what we say and think, and it can signal other things too.
Then let's look at another example.
Do you ever complain about having to go to bed at a certain time?
Yeah. So one time I was watching a movie. It was like Hotel Transylvania 3, and then there was this really dramatic action scene, and like the villain is about to beat the hero, or the hero is about to beat the villain. But then Dad stopped me, and I had to go to bed.
Why did he say like here?
Well, he was remembering, but he wasn't totally sure. Perhaps that was the movie, or perhaps it was a different one.
So like signaled he wasn't sure.
Yes, and he said it again later.
Now, the hero is the good guy, and the villain is the bad guy.
And he couldn't remember who was winning, so he signaled that by saying like.
Like signaled he wasn't sure.
Yes. This isn't just a feature of young people's speech. We use like in the same way.
It signals uncertainty or that something is approximate.
For example, it's like this big, and it could be this big or it could be this big.
Like signals an approximation.
It means what I'm saying might not be perfectly accurate. And it can also signal exaggeration. It's like this big.
That sounds like a useful function.
And another way we use like is as a discourse marker.
What do you mean?
It's a word we use to organize our speech. For example, like, well, so we put it at the start of a sentence when we're thinking of what to say.
So it's a filler like and
Yes, it's a word that fills a space and helps us speak more smoothly.
Okay, let's hear another story.
Can you name something that you've had to apologize for doing?
Oh, I know. When the time where I buried my dad's ring. I had to apologize for burying my dad's wedding ring.
Before we carry on, do you know the word bury?
Well, it means to put something in the ground.
When people die, we bury them. It's a regular verb. Bury, buried, buried.
A dog could bury a bone in the ground.
We can bury treasure too.
I had to apologize for burying my dad's wedding ring. The reason why I did it is because I wanted to use the metal detector. And then I told my dad and said, "Dad, where's the metal detector?" And then my dad was like, "Your brother took it apart a couple months ago." And then I'm like, Dad was like, "Yo, what's wrong?" And then I was like, "I buried your wedding ring." And then my dad was like, "Oh, so that's why you want to use the metal detector."
Did you understand everything?
He buried his dad's wedding ring in the yard.
Or in British English, the garden.
He buried it in the yard so he could try to find it with the metal detector.
But their metal detector was broken because his brother had taken it apart.
Did they ever find the ring?
No, I think it's still lost. Let's hear what his dad said again.
And then my dad was like, "Oh, so that's why you want to use the metal detector."
He's lucky because his dad is really nice.
He was very understanding.
Okay, there was one more use of like there that's common and pretty funny.
"Your brother took it apart a couple months ago." And then I'm like,
So you can say like and then make a funny face.
It's very common.
And easy too. No words, just a dramatic face.
I want to say a big thank you to Super Agent Awesome for helping us make this video.
He was like...
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
See you next week, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.